Hi, very good evening. My name is Niyat Singh Rathor, and I'm CEO of Brand Sales Academy. I'm so happy that we are starting this session, and we're going to talk about sales, and we're going to talk about branding, and we're going to talk about marketing. All right. So it is all about how you can do better conversions, right? So the idea is this will not be just a session where I'm going to kind of give it to you in terms of classroom sessions. What we want is a lot of interaction, a lot of learning. So this is a community which I'm developing, where everybody comes, everybody contributes, right? So if you have things like you want to talk about it, feel free, right? Feel free to interrupt, feel free to discuss, because this is a forum where we are going to build a great community, which is in terms of how to convert your customers. Okay, that is where it is. So if you are here for something else, well, not the forum. This is a forum where you make your customers say yes to your product and service. Okay, so saying that, let's first create a foundation. Create a foundation where you're going to develop whatever is required. The most important foundation, I feel, is for sales is to create a sales strategy. What is the sales strategy that you're going to have, right? So I'm going to create, at the end of this, I'm going to send you some formats of what are the sales strategy that you can use for your business. Now you can say, hey Neeraj, what is the sales strategy? Would it be across all industries? Yes. Few things are always there across all industries. Now let me start by what I mean. The first thing that we have is when we go for our audits, when customer calls us, say, hey, help us, we are not able to sell well. We said, great. The first thing that we look for is lead generation. What is in terms of the lead generation? What kind of leads are you getting? What kind of channels are you using at this point of time in order to convert your leads? Second thing that we look for is nurturing. How you're nurturing your clients on a daily basis. What are you doing to nurture your clients? The third thing, very important, which we are here for, is basically in terms of client conversion. How you're finally converting the clients. And the fourth, which is what is a product and service? How you're delivering that to the customer. So remember, what we are trying to do, we are trying to focus on these four aspects. What we are going to talk about is not the lead generation part of it today. We are going to talk about in terms of when you're doing a face-to-face, okay, what can you do? Because it's more of closing a sale depends on influencing a customer and persuading a customer. Okay, so what we're going to talk about in sales perspective is how to make sure that you finally persuade your customer. Okay, from sales perspective. Not that I'm not going to come from the lead generation part of it, but today we're going to talk about the persuasion part of it. Okay, so far so good. Yeah, are you all in agreement?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah. So this is what we're going to do, right? So there are very subtle factors. There are very subtle factors that we have, that we observe, and when we talk sales is we read a lot of books, and we all have watched a lot of videos saying sales, what are we going to do, what are we going to do. There's some very subtle things that we are looking at. The best part in this course, what we're going to cover is how can you use NLP, neuro linguistic programming, to handle the objections, to handle the negotiation techniques, to handle the closure techniques. That is something which we are going to harp on in this 11 weeks course that I have, right? And the other thing that is very important, which I feel, is if you are working in a company, if you have a team with yourself, many a time we just are acting like sales managers. We just act like sales managers. It's so important to be a sales coach. So in the next session, the next Thursday that we have is we're going to talk about why every sales manager has to be a sales coach. And what is the difference? What is the subtle difference between a sales manager and a sales coach? How every sales manager has been working very hard. He's given results. So what happens is those sales managers get promoted to a sales head level, but they are not a good sales coach. They're not able to coach the employees, because they are looking for numbers. Or if a Friday evening or Saturday evening, if you come back and say, hey, show me results, tell me many calls you did, you actually have come to the fag end. It is like we are playing golf together, right? And if I give you a scorecard saying, this is what I have done, you will not be able to understand what is the process that person has followed to come to that particular result. You need to work on the process rather than looking to the result. That is a major mistake every sales manager does. Said, tell me what is the sales figures. That's not how it works. You need to understand what process are you following if you have a team with you. So be an entrepreneur, be a sales manager. We're going to talk about what are the different cells in the sales process. All right. The most important thing coming back is your attitude towards sales, your behavior, right? When you're talking to the person, what kind of attitude that you're having? Because the belief and the attitude makes a huge difference. The confidence, that's what I was talking about, the confidence. What are you trying to do? Be it the product presentation that you're trying to do, be it the initial website that you have created, be it the landing page that you have created, be the first call your, the lead generation person is going to call. If the person is doing a first, cold call, what's the confidence that you give to the customer? If one thing that you want to take from all this is the certainty about delivering your product to the customer. Okay. So while we are talking to each other, what I want you, this is not, as I said, this is not a classroom. I want to feel that, you guys are there. Just write certainty, just in the chat box. I want all of you to write certainty. It's so important. Yes. Thanks, Akshay. It's so important to create the certainty in the mind of the customer. The only time that we cannot convert is because the customer is not certain. The person does not say yes because the person is not certain that your product is going to solve the problem that you have. Make sense so far? Right? So if you get a no anytime, it is basically that the person is not certain enough. Now, the idea, if you're into sales, the idea is that it is like a line. Like suppose we have a line, I'm going to draw that again, but we have a line. It's a straight line. And that's a line for a yes. Now, if you're a customer and you want that customer to reach the straight line of yes, let me draw it for you. That would be helpful for you. This is the pen. Yes. I'm going to share the screen now. There we go. All right. So if I can draw it for you, it is something like this. This is the line for a yes. What you do is you start here, right? And it is not a straight line that you have to follow. It is like a jigsaw. Okay? It's like, and then you need to work towards this. These are the steps that you want to give so that you can come to a yes and make sure that the sale is made, right? So it has these points that you have to follow. Those are some of the points which are basically the point that what are the steps you're trying to take to make him say a yes, right? Now, typical example. If you can look into as a coach and a trainer, what are the things that you can do? Now, how about when a person is not sure, right? How about what kind of landing page that he has? What's there on the landing page? What kind of testimonials that he has put out there, right? What does he say about his product? The most important thing for us is to define what is the problem you are solving. It all starts with this problem. What are the problems are you solving? The second thing that you have to take into account is what prescription have you given? Sorry about my spelling, but the second thing is what is a prescription? It's like, going to a doctor. He's identified that there's a problem. He then gives you a prescription. And then after the prescription, it all talk about what's the outcome. Many coaches, trainers, business people, they don't talk about this outcome. What is the outcome that you have? What is the outcome that you're giving to the customer? So it's so important that whatever you're putting on your landing page talks about the outcome. So look into it. I'll show you some websites, and at the end I'm going to show you some website which gives you outcomes so clearly. This is what you're going to achieve. It is so clear in terms of the outcome that you're trying to achieve. So please check if you have all this very clearly mentioned, your problem, prescription, and outcome. And then it comes like, what model are you using? What is the model that you're using for your coaching, for your sales, for your training? What is the model that you're using? And then that thing comes is in terms of logistics. What logistics are you using to do it? Like I do coaching, right? My logistics are, hey, you need to do, what we do is we help you in our sales, right? And we have coaching program which runs twice a week, okay? And it's for 3 months, right? And then I have a one-to-one session, and I also have videos. That's a logistics. And we have this at 8 p.m. on a Wednesday and Sunday 11 a.m. So these are the logistics that you have to follow. He has to be part of the workshop. He has to do that homework. So what are the logistics that you're having? And then finally, you talk about the price. This comes to the last. The problem is we all starts with this. If you have defined the problem, if you have defined prescription, if you've done outcome, and then you define the model very clearly, the logistics over there, then you talk about price. Even if the customer asks for a price, I don't give it. So if you have a system, please check whether all this is covered very well. Okay, and then we all know how this goes, right? Let me show you how it goes. I think Rachna knows about it, but just for the other people, it's like you on your Facebook page, you put an ad, right? And then once I click an ad, it goes to your landing page. And then from there, you can start your masterclass. You can get them onto a masterclass. And from there comes that in the masterclass, you can book an appointment. Now, once you book an appointment, from there, you get to have a one-to-one session with me. So what you're doing is, those steps, remember the steps that I showed to get a yes? Remember that? These are the steps I'm helping him move from one step to another, because once he sees that, he gets excited. That's great. Then he comes to a landing page. He sees lots of testimonials out there. Then he gets to see the masterclass where all these problems, prescription, outcome, model I've defined. Then he books an appointment, and then he comes to the one-to-one session. Sounds good? So this is the process that you follow, right? The other thing that I want to cover, and Rachna, this is going to be helpful for you. Okay, and that is, let me quickly answer. Yeah. Rachna, what's your product called? What's the name of the product?
So you asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking you, what is the name of your product?
It's called Infinite You.
Infinite New. Now, what are you selling in this Infinite You? What is the service that you're selling?
A self-development program.
Perfect. So you're doing a self-development. Okay, so let's say self-development. Fantastic. Now, who's it for?
It's for entrepreneurs, senior executives,
Okay.
women who are looking forward to develop their own careers.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Business owners, people in jobs, and housewives. Yeah, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, perfect. 3. What does it do?
It helps you to master your inner self,
Mm-hmm.
which helps you to perform effectively, as
Mm-hmm.
well as it gives you a stability in mind,
Mm-hmm.
clarity, and it basically helps you achieve a whole person model.
Mm. Great. So it creates a whole personal model, right?
Whole person model leading to, there are three outcomes which it leads to.
Okay. Good. Good. Great.
So three outcomes that it leads to is increased performance and activity. So you're productive.
Mm-hmm.
Your success rate of doing any job becomes higher,
Mm-hmm.
and you are in a fire mode, absolutely on a action taking space.
Lovely. Good. And how do you do that?
So there are various sessions which
Mm-hmm.
we take in, where we understand what are the challenges the person is facing in their
Mm-hmm.
proper area.
Mm-hmm.
So general, the challenge they say is that I'm not able to move ahead, I'm not able to go ahead, and
Mm-hmm.
I want to increase my certainty of activities that I do. My
Mm-hmm.
to-do list is not complete. So all of this is a problem that they have.
Good. And can I ask you, what's the worth?
What's worth it, as in?
What's the worth of the product?
So it's a 3-month program.
Mm-hmm.
On a group format, it is 4,999.
That's a cost. Tell me the worth.
What I think it is, if you go ahead and take an individual coaching session with any coach, it is going to per session going to charge you 8,000 to 9,000 rupees. And if
Correct.
you go with a seasoned coach like you or somebody else, it's going to cost you 10, 12,000 a session.
Okay.
But I'm giving it all of you in a bundle of for an and one session will not solve your problem. So probably you have to take in 6 sessions, 10 sessions.
Mm-hmm.
Approximately, you would have to spend about 3 months and over 50,000 rupees over it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So what's the cost?
So it's nearly about say 50,000 bucks for
Correct.
one for at least a set of 6 sessions or something.
Lovely. Lovely. So you see how, this is what you have to cover. These are the 6 steps. So this is, I did it with Rachna, but what you have to do is you have to create the similar program for yourself. What is it called? Who's it for? What does it do? How are you running it? What is the worth? Make sure you put this worth like real big. You need to put bonuses out here. What are the different bonus you're going to give? This worth should be like, this person should be talking like, if he's talking of, if she's selling at 50,000, this should be a course which should be costing about 5 lakhs. You should show the worth that there should be a 5 lakh course which you're going to get it only for 50K. Guys, you're getting what we are trying to do.
Right.
This is what you're going to do. So when you're selling
Yes, sir.
at that point of time, there's something called, oops, sorry. I'm still figuring it out. There's something called, let's do undo.
Get there.
Yeah. Then what you need to do is something called fear of missing out. In sales, this works like magic. It really works like
Say,
magic.
in the
Fear
end of
of
it, I
missing
should
out.
have said that if you take this offer right now, it goes down to 5,000 or something.
Fantastic. Yes.
And if you don't do it for within next 15 minutes, the offer jumps back to 15,000.
Lovely. I can now see, Arachana, everything is sorted. Huh? You're just waiting to go. This is
Yeah.
we're looking for. Fantastic. Good. Yeah. So helpful for you. So just say
Yes,
helpful.
sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
Just
sir.
just go
Helpful.
type
Yes,
helpful
sir.
on that box. So I know that this is what it is. So as I was saying when we started, yeah, you need to, in sales, you need to persuade. So your product is created, everything is created, you know what you're selling, you know how you're selling, all that is done. Now, when you're going to the customer, I'm talking about sales here, okay? We're going to come about lead generation in the next session, but we're talking about how to sell, how to make sure that your thing is done. And for that, it's so important. The rest can go on mute. So can you guys go on mute? Okay, so for that, it's so important that, yeah, you need to, I always say, if they like you, they'll listen to you. Okay, it's a golden statement. If they like you, they'll listen to you. If they trust you, they will buy from you. I'll repeat this again, okay? If they like you, they will listen to you. If they trust you, they'll buy from you. So what you need to do is, you need to increase that level of certainty. Whatever you're trying to do, be it in your brochures, be it in your presentations, be it in whatever you're trying to do, increase that level of certainty. If you remember the jigsaws that I was doing, you need to make sure that they come to a yes. And that's where the sales charisma happens. And that's why all the background. Today, you remember, Ankita, you gave me that lead, all right? So this guy is like, and I don't want to take names. So this guy comes and says, hey, can you help me with YouTube mastery? I said, yes, I can do it. Can you do with LinkedIn? I said, yes, I can do it. Can you do with Facebook? I said, yes, we had done it. But the point is, hey, can you give me a certainty that I'm going to get 1,000 customers? I said, show me a guy who can give you the certainty that he's going to get 1,000 customers. I will be doing all my business with him, because in this, there is no certainty that anybody can give you. Okay. And then he's like, okay, fine. What are you going to do? I said, I'm going to create a sales strategy. I'm going to create your marketing strategy. I'm going to do your brand strategy, step by step. Now, what do you say? No. What you do is, Neeraj, you start your Facebook ads, you start your Google ads, you start all that in the next 1 week. I'm going to put the money. I said, you want to waste your money? Go ahead. I don't have anything to do with it. Right? You want me to Google ads? I will be earning, because I have a team there who's in social media, and I can do that right today. But what I want to do is create that platform. Create the platform for everything that the person is certain. Because once you get the leads, please understand, once you do the lead generation to the closure, many times what we call is a leakage point. We all have a lot of leads. All of us, we pick up our phone, the product that we're trying to sell, we have them as leads on our phone, but somehow they're not saying a yes to you. You need to understand that, have you created the platform? How does a landing page look like? How does your website look like? What your Facebook saying about you? What are the testimonials you have? Work on that platform so that the certainty increases and the confidence. It's so important to have the confidence when you're talking to that person. It's all about the communication. And the one other most important thing in sales, can somebody tell me what is the most important thing in sales?
What problem are you solving?
What problem are you solving? Yes, that's important. What are other thing, when you actually, you're trying to do the sale, what is the most important thing?
You don't sell, you create the awareness.
You create the awareness. Thank you so much, Rashna. You create the awareness.
What the
Convincing.
customer really wants.
Sorry. Yes, so that is one thing. But you create the awareness. That is so important. You don't sell anything. That's why, guys, when I'm asking you to go call that person, we are not selling anything. We are creating a value. We are creating value. Right now, this is a free course, and there are so many people who are going to join on this, right? We are creating a value. We are not selling anything. And if the value matches with the expectation that the person has, boom, a sale is done. Create value. And to create a value, so important. To create a value, it's very important to create the emotion. Sales is an emotional game. I always feel sales is an emotional game. I'm not saying, fake it till you make it, and make it till you don't fake it, all those stuff. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about sales is an emotion of connection. Of connection. I will say, if you guys put your hand like this. Put your hand like this. I want to see, putting your hand like this. Come on. Ankita, I can't see you. Shruti, Hemant, Vivek, put your hand like this. Say, connect. Connect first. Okay. Then
Connect
convey.
first.
Right? Then convey. And then convince. Right?
Convince.
Connect, convey, convince.
Mm-hmm.
That is the ball game of everything that we are trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you connect to your customer. You need to have emotional bonding to your customer. What I say is, hey, I have this 3 months course, but I'm not going anywhere. I'm with you for the next 1 year if you come aboard with me, because what I guarantee is not that I'm going to give you, what I guarantee is results, the outcome. It's very interesting when I do the sales call, and the first thing I say, okay, what do you want? Fine, I'm going to be with you. What do you want? No, I don't know. I need a lot of money. I said, what kind of money are we looking at? A lot of customers. What kind of customers are we looking at? Have your goal very clear. See, if you ask that person few questions, you will get to know exactly that the guy is clueless.
Uh, so
Yes.
I am just dropping in here. So
Hmm.
you mean to say take them from a space of probably a smoke screens area or a uncertain area to a area of a certain outcomes that they are.
Certainty. Yes. Beautiful. And you know what I asked that person? I asked a simple question.
So where
What,
do you want to go?
where do you want to go? That's it. Where do you want to go?
Yeah.
That's it. That's the only question because I'm connecting with emotionally. Then I ask him the next question. What are the roadblocks?
Mm-hmm.
I ask him, hey, what are the roadblocks are you facing right now? And why me? You could do it yourself. Why me? No, no, I have tried social media myself. Neeraj, Facebook, I have done selling, I said, why me? Maximum time it is accountability.
Okay.
Maximum time it is in terms of accountability. Help me achieve that result, make me accountable.
Mm-hmm.
And put the system and framework in place. That's it. So what are the systems and framework that you have put? That's so important. So I think when we do this when we do this call where we're talking to people, and then what I ask them, Rachna, is how does it make you feel that you are not able to? So before that, I ask him, so on a scale of 1 to 10, what was your plan that you wanted to achieve, and where are you right now, and are you happy with this? So say, Neeraj, I'm at 4. Great. What needs to happen for you to be at a 10? Automatically that guy says, well, the social media has to come, lead generation is happening. I said, why do you do that? So that's the confidence, that's the emotional connect that I'm saying, hey, I'm not here to sell you anything. Hello, I have a sales coach, but I will make sure that you qualify for my coaching. I'm not selling you anything, and everybody is not allowed in my coaching system. So those are the guys, those are the emotional connect that you're going to do. At the end of it, the guy is like, wow, you understand my problem. You understand where it is. You understand what is it that we are trying to sell. And then I give him, said, hey, this is what I'm going to help you. Create the emotion, create the bond. Sales is creating emotion. Make them believe in you. And when you're doing that, you need to go with absolute certainty. With absolute certainty. On a scale of 1 to 10, where are you in terms of absolute certainty? You need to be very certain in terms of your product and services and what is going to do. You need to have your testimonials very well done. Do that before you're trying to launch it. Do that. You need to go with 5 people. If you have not launched it, go run your program with 5 people, get what it is, get the testimonials out there. That's going to give you that certainty, that yes, that you always wanted to have. Is that making sense? Guys,
Yes, sir.
good. Any questions so far?
No, sir.
Right. So every person, we need to go back to the drawing board. Many people create things. Like if you're creating things and you're not able to, so tell me, I always ask this question. That's my favorite question, People say, taxis, Ola has come and it has disrupted the market. And, because of Ola, taxis are going out of, the black and white taxi and all taxis are going out of business. I said, taxis went out of business because of the customer, not because of Ola, because of people not getting taxis. And that's why Ola came into the picture. Oyo came into the picture. Why? Because people were not getting good rooms at a standard rate. That's why Oyo came into the picture. Amazon came into the picture. Why? Because people were not able to get products, good products from across the world. And hence Amazon came into the picture. Please understand, all of them are solving a problem. All of them are solving a problem. You, when you're trying to create a product, what problem are you solving of the customer? That is what you important to do. Once you know, once you understand that problem, you will be so certain. That's why I always ask, who's this product for? That's the first thing. Who is this product for? No, for everybody. Now that's not like, in the next session, on the future session, we are going to talk about what is customer avatar. Who's your customer and what is a customer avatar? Because every person, you will be connecting to a set of customers. Like my customers, I know they are entrepreneurs. They are startups and they are entrepreneurs. They are my customer. I'm not going I'm not working with college students, or I'm not working with high-end business. I'm talking about people who are startups, small and medium companies. That's my customer. And whatever products I have designed it for them in terms of sales. So you need to find your niche very clearly. Create a niche for yourself.
Neeraj, I
Yeah.
have a question.
Yeah.
All right. So, and I think probably you are aware of it, that I struggle a lot when it is entrepreneurs. I come from that entrepreneur nature background. So, a lot of women like me or other people like me, they come into picture, they want to start their own career, they start their entrepreneurial ventures, but they have huge problem going out and telling it to people that I'm there in the market and this is what you can buy from me.
Yep, right. So you need to, Rachna, you need to come to my, what's it called, guys? Ankita, what's it called? The other program that we do?
Mind mastery.
Yes.
Mind mastery.
It's called Mindset Mastery. It's all about breakthroughs. Before you go and tell that person, you need to create that breakthrough. The breakthrough is so important, because I will say, good that you brought it. I will say, coaches, trainers, especially the coaches and trainers across India, they have a problem. They are great coaches. I know what wonderful coach you are. I remember the time when I was like real, in the mindset kind of, I got a big loss in my product that I was creating, and I was not in a good shape. And I called you. And I remember that 2 hours that we were discussing, and boom, I really got out of that. I said, thanks so much to you. And I seriously indebted for him. I'm recording this and putting it on YouTube. I am indebted to you for that day, because we as coaches also have those own turmoils. You remember that day when I was there, and you took me out. So I understand that in terms of coaching and training, well, if I need something in terms of mindset, I will reach out to you. That's as simple as that. Right? But the point is, I'm good at coaching. I'm good at training. Are you good at selling also? Because this has to come hand in hand. You need to make sure that you sell your product. You need to make sure people are aware of the product. And nowadays, it's a very simple thing. You don't have to push, you need to pull. People should be pulled to you. And that's why we are talking about this landing page, the Facebook page, the post that is going out there. You know what I'm creating nowadays? You need to follow me on Facebook. What I'm creating nowadays, cheat sheets. How does it help?
Yes.
11 strategies for sales success, 5 pages. I am part of a lot of group, and in the group, I get a lot of books, tons of books. There's so many people who send Think and Grow Rich and ye lo sales wala, ye kahin se utha ke ye dal diya, wo dal diya. And I'm like, wow, I got a book. Right? But the point is, do I have the time to read that? I don't have time to read that. So what I do is I create a 2-page cheat sheet. Right? Cheat sheet is 11 strategies to make yourself success. What can you do during your lockdown? What can you do this? What is mindset mastery? 5 stages of mindset mastery. How can you create fulfillment in your life? How can you be more productive? How can you be less stressful? Why NLP is very important for sales? What are these cheat sheets? What is it? These are hooks. So guys, if you're learning out here, you need to create a hook. You don't have to spend. I'm telling you, you don't have to spend on your Facebook ads. You just have to create a hook. You need to put that hook out there. Boom. You get the email, you get the phone number. Then those could go to your database. And then you need to have your email marketing system, which is planned marketing system, like, hey, twice a week, I'm going to send emailers to them.
Mm-hmm.
Let them see that mail, click the link out there, let them come to your landing page. Out of the landing page, what do you need to do? You need to work on that. From there, they have to come to your masterclass. From the masterclass, boom, you come to your one-to-one session. So where are you selling, Rachna? Where are you selling?
I haven't begun my selling as yet.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
have only
We're
spoken.
not selling. So we just
Yeah,
want to
because
talk about it.
I'm scared to make sales, you know. I have never been in that area where I actually had to make sales or even ask for work from people.
I know, because you've been too good. So anybody who comes to me, you know it very well. The first person that I'm going to say, hey, go to Rachna. If you have any of these kind of stuff, go to Rachna. And I'm saying this on YouTube, right? And that's what it is.
I'm getting it.
It is for sales, come to me. But if there's anything else, go to Rachna. Because I know how good you are as a coach.
Right. So
Right?
I really, all these years, I never had to market myself. I never had to actually, I never even had that appetite to grow. I was happy with what I was doing. But fairly just made me dawned one day again that I don't want to be happy where I am. And, I used to always think that touching one life at one point of time is good enough. And that is what is my job done. But the work that I was doing was making an impact. So with that result, I thought, why just only few and one? Why can't it be many and large?
Absolutely, so much, because this thing has to go worldwide. People should know it. There's so many people going through a mental block, mental illness. You're the one who really can help. That is what it is. So I strongly feel that, but the point is, where are you selling? You are not selling anything. You are creating a framework, a system in place where people are going to come to you. You just have to tell them what is the problem you're solving, what is the benefits out of it, what is the outcome, what is the process, what is the logistic, and what is the price. Where are you selling?
Nowhere. I would say nowhere.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why when you say, hey, I have that block, where are you selling? People have already seen they have already sold after they have gone through the stages. You remember the stage that I said, to create that certainty. You already created that certainty by going through all that steps. Now, if you're doing a cold call, yes, I do the cold call. And I'm going to take that, future sessions, I'm going to say, what do you need to say in your cold call? What's your script? It's a 7-step process for a cold call. So if you're in sales, that's what it do. But I strongly feel that you don't have to do a cold call.
Okay.
Take them through that process. Create the system so that you don't have to sell ever.
I am seriously working towards to creating that system. And I think you know it that
You're
I'm
almost
already
there.
working
You're
towards it.
almost there. You're almost there. And I love that. You're almost there. So you need to just be that part. So, right. So, Rachna, you're not alone. I speak to these girls keep me busy the whole day almost with all those calls that they're blocked. And I'm calling and talking to more than 15 people a day. Apart from them, there are other people who are making them. So every day I'm calling 15 people. That's what I do. Because what we do is many a time we create a system. That's another thing that I want to tell everybody. Many time we create a system, the full-fledged system, and then go to the market. You find out that's not the problem you're trying to solve. You understand your customer needs. I call it nice. What's the need of the customer? Let's do it on the beautiful device that we have, so that it goes into your head. Let me share. Who can tell me what is nice? Come on, guys. What is nice? Because the first thing that you're going to talk about in the sales process is talk about nice. Come on. What is N?
Need.
The need of the customer. What is I?
Your idea.
The interest.
Or the interest. Yeah.
What is C?
Challenge.
The constraints. Yes, close. What is E?
Eager,
Sorry,
eager or empathy.
Ankita, we did this session earlier, right? I've been working with you. We did this session earlier. Try to go back to that video where we talked about
Entertain.
No, guys,
Enterprise.
you're from sales and marketing, right? I'm going to talk to sir. Bola, sir, kya kar rahe ho? This is what is important. This is what is important. Needs, interest, constraints, and expectation. You can also say, what are the challenges? Yeah, Rachana, we can talk. But this is what is so important. What's the expectation of the customer? Good. Helpful. So when I'm talking to the person, I can understand his need. I can understand what he's interested in. I understand what are the challenges that he's facing. And finally, what is he expecting out of me? And when I do this nice analysis, even when I start a cold call, I'll do all that. And that's so helpful for me when I'm closing that sale, because I repeat those. So I take a note of it. What does he need? While he's talking to me, I'm kind of, working on what is the need. Good. All right. So, we got 8 minutes left. So I just wanted to close that one part of it in terms of your certainty and in terms of how can you reach the certainty. The three areas when you're doing this sales, when you're meeting a customer, suppose you are a face-to-face meeting, I am very aware of those three things, and I make sure that you also get aware. Okay. Do you want to learn?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Guys, do you want to learn? Out there, I want you to write, bring it on. BIO, just write BIO, bring it on. Okay, just to make sure that you guys are awake and you're listening to me, right? So the so the three things that you should remember. The first thing is very important is present yourself as sharp as possible. You need to be very sharp. When I'm doing a cold call, I'm just not listening to the voice. I'm listening to his, anything that he's trying to say, how he's saying it. When I'm saying, what are the challenges? How much time does it take to think about it and tell me? Because those are the pain points that he's going through. So how is it? So if I'm saying face to face, just because I've done NLP and I'm really worked on NLP a lot, and NLP is beautiful. If you're in sales, I would strongly recommend, when there's lockdown, learn about NLP. Go learn. There's Udemy, there's YouTube. You need to go learn about NLP. It's going to help you in sales and marketing, I'm telling you.
Come to me.
Yes, Rachna is there. Go learn from her. So yes, so the point is present yourself as sharp as possible. At that time, you need to be a good listener, not a good talker. Communication, when you're doing a sale, you do not have to be a good talker. You need to be a good listener. That is so important for sale. Guys, if you're a sales managers, if you're entrepreneurs, just go listen. You get to hear so much. When we are doing, when you're part of it as part of NLP, I'm also going to touch something. What are the metaphors that you can use? How can you do that? How can you convert a sale? And it's wonderful. NLP is wonderful. And I'm telling you, NLP is something which is so important when you're trying to sell. I can look at his body language. I can understand what he's going through. What change of color is happening? What is his eyes telling me? Right? The second thing, you need to be very enthusiastic. I'm not saying enthusiastic to the extent like, hey, my name is Neeraj Singh Rathore and I'm a sales coach. That's not enthusiasm. Enthusiasm in terms of listening and having an attitude and behavior which shows the energies are very high. I'll give you a very small thing and you'll really laugh. But what I do is a very simple thing. If I know that I'm going, suppose I do a lot of trainings, right? And when I'm approaching the customer to do a training, and this is something which I would like you to use, and this is something which is great. What I do is I work on my energy a lot. What does that mean? Before reaching the customer, I'm really hyping up. Yes, I can do it. Neeraj. So I'm like, what happens with the positive state of mind? The energies become so high. When there's a flow of water, what happens? The flow of water comes from a higher to a lower state, right? That's what is happening. I raise my energy. Come on, you can do it, Neeraj. And then I'm using a breathing technique and I'm using that energy in me. So that the energy is so good. When I'm meeting that person, I'm so positive. I'm so positive that, hey, I can crack the deal. And 9 out of 10, it definitely happens until that guy's a moron and I can't do anything about it. Right? But many a time this closes just because of the way I've created myself, the way I'm kind of presenting myself, the way I'm like excited about it. Because when I meet a customer, when he starts with the objection, I love it. When he says no, that's when my sales starts. When you go into the customer, he said yes. Yeah, Ankita is there. Sir, kya ho raha hai, sir? Kyun nahi close ho raha hai, sir? Kya ho raha hai? I said, hey, that's a beginning. That's a beginning of a beautiful transaction that you're going to do. That's the first step. Now, if you thought that first time you're going to call and the guy says, yes, I was waiting for Neeraj Singh Rathore. Where is he? Help me get it done. Hello, that's never going to happen. Because he doesn't know that, hey, there's a sales strategy. There's a marketing strategy. There's a branding strategy, which we as experts know about it. If the person has got a mindset problem, a lot of people, I'm sorry, I'm slightly digressing, but a lot of people like Rachna is here. A lot of people is like, they don't know that there's a coach who can help you for your mental health. You don't always have to run to a psychiatrist for doing it. There are people who can help you with your mental health. You do not need a psychiatrist every time. I always feel, with all this, Rachna, what I have started is a session which is on a Tuesday and a Saturday. It's a free session again, 45 minutes, but it never ends in 45 minutes because there's so many questions out there. But I do is a free session where I teach each topic. Like, I talked about last time, I said, what is peak potential? Yeah, uske pehle tha, how do you manage your energy? What you can do in your energy? All that comes here. All that learning. That's why when I do my session, first 2 weeks is mindset mastery. Don't talk about sales, because if the entrepreneur at that point of time, many a time we go to an entrepreneur, we gave them all the strategies, but still is not able to execute. You know why? The typical thing that you help me sometimes, the mental blocks. The mental block that person has mental block because of which he's gone through something and he's that mental block which he's not able to achieve what the result that he's looking for. And it could be anybody.
Sometimes it's a lot of unclarity of where he wants to actually
absolutely
go.
so true. Where do you want to go?
They don't really have an outcome of where they want to go. And I think if it is okay if I share a small experience.
Go ahead, please. This is not, I'm not here to kind of give gyan. I'm here, I just created this forum where people who want to be in sales, marketing, branding can come, join, learn.
Okay.
And that's the idea. So please go ahead.
Right. So 2 days back I was coaching somebody, and they came up with a business model. So entire 10 minutes of the conversation, he kept presenting me his business model and idea and everything. And I simply asked him five questions, and all of the questions were same. What do you want?
What do you want?
Yeah, and he did not know what he wanted from me. And he'd come to me, but he really didn't know what he wanted.
I know. See, this is the usual problem with everybody. कहाँ जाना है? कितने पैसे कमाने हैं? करना क्या है? Where do you want to go? तुम झुमरी तलैया जाना है या boss को कहाँ जाना कहाँ है? And typical with the freshers and all the people and such, पैसे कमाने हैं, बहुत अच्छा काम करना है, अच्छी नौकरी करनी है. अरे कौन सी नौकरी करनी है तुमको? You started a business. Where do you want to go? What's your plan? And always, again, we are digressing from the part. I said, what's your ritual? Tell me your ritual. He said, come motivate me. I said, motivation doesn't work. Every morning if I get up, I am not motivated to the gym, but I have a ritual. In the morning. I'm going to do this. I'm going to see, even if the mind says, not today. I said, no. There's a ritual. Follow that ritual.
Yeah.
So yeah, thanks very much. I always keep on saying that. Hey, where do you want to...
there was one more question.
Go ahead.
So while doing cold callings, there will be rejections, and also a frequent question asked is from where you got this number.
Yeah.
So how to answer that? I was like a bit...
So it all depends. So see, right now, a lot of people use cold calling from the database that you've got. Right? If you have got the database, be very straightforward. Hey, this is the place where I've got it. If you got it for a friend, you do that. Many people use this that, hey, we have bought the database. Many people use that, right? Here we've bought the database. The only thing that you have to, see, when you're doing this coaching, training, or you're selling something, you're giving a value to somebody. When we are doing coaching, seriously, when I'm doing coaching, when Rachna or many of those coaches are doing, we are actually creating value for that customer. That customer doesn't understand. It is so helpful, that person, if he uses this sales coaching. It is so important. Yeah, if you're doing, what we're doing is, are you doing business or are you just doing busyness? Many people are busy 24/7. No, I can't do sales coaching. No, I don't have time. I said, yeah, that's the precise reason you need to come to sales coaching, or you need to do into mindset mastery. Why? Because you need to manage your time. You need to manage your time. You need to understand that time that you're using to do something which is mundane, which you feel you're busy and you're doing business. No, you're not doing business. When I all say, hey, would your business run if you not go to office? That is a question that you need to ask. And that is a system that you have to create for yourself. So for coaches,
So I have one of your books.
because, yeah, I know. So the one of this, yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. So one of the very important thing is, I always say, don't be a solopreneur. Don't be an entrepreneur. Be an entrepreneur. And that's the reason why I don't do the callings. I have my team which does it. I have my accounts team. I have my delivery team. Everything is being automated. And what we need to understand is, Rachna, that is for you. And I'm sure you have a great team. I saw your developer when I was in Kolkata. The developers were there. Everybody is there in terms of execution. So yeah, you need to create somebody. You need to get somebody for your sales. कोई नहीं मिलता मैडम मुझे recruit कर लो मैं आ जाता हूँ आपके साथ. I don't think so. She's there. She didn't hear that. Rachna, you there?
I did
Oh, you
hear
did.
that. I am ready.
Good. So yeah, I think you need to have somebody who is working on the sales part of it, who can do the last call, and you do the coaching part of it. See, either you have the money to go ahead and do it, but it really helps. It really helps. From the time these beautiful girls who have come on board to do this calling part, मेरा कितना बड़ा काम चला गया because I had to do all that. I said, hey, great, please go ahead, and they're learning, they're coming into board. So that's what I'm thinking, get somebody who's like enthusiastic, who wants to, grow in life, who wants to do things in life. Just make him join, because there's so much of learning people. I'm sure, if I get associated with, there's so much of learning from you. Guys, Ankita, Shruti, are you guys learning in the program that we do?
Yes, sir, a lot.
Yeah, that's it.
And when it comes to character building, you told like the way people treated.
Yeah.
So it helps a lot in character building.
Lovely. Good. Thank you so
सर
much.
रिजेक्शन हैंडलिंग भी बहुत अच्छा हो रहा है.
Thank you so much. देखो मैडम, मैं अपना सेल्स कितना अच्छा करता हूँ, देखो. Yeah, this good. Right. So I talked about what we are very important is, when you're doing the sale, it has to increase your certainty. Just to sum what up, right? It has to make sure that the customer is certain about your value that you're giving, certain about the product you're giving. Many times the person is not saying no because he is not certain, or she is not certain at that point of time. So if after 3 calls, you find out that, hey, what's happening? So again, let's go. I'll go to the board and I'm tell you what it is. The third thing is so important. You need to be an expert in your field. So what are the 3 things? What is the first one? Come on, unmute yourself. What is the first one that you should do? You need to be
Mentally prepared.
You need to be sharp. Write it down. You need to be sharp. That's why I said, you need to be sharp. You're not here. This is not a classroom. You need to interact.
You need to be sharp and in the moment.
In the moment. Be in the moment. See what he's talking about. Hear him. Feel him. In NLP language, when we're going to talk about NLP language, there's a build rapport.
Build rapport.
Be a good listener instead of talker.
Be a good listener. No, build rapport. Write down out there. Build a good rapport. RAPPORT.
I'll share an expert on being a good listener later once you finish this.
Sure. So be a good rapport. Be sharp. Okay. The second thing, be enthusiastic. If you are into sales, when you're going in for enthusiastic, not that jumping around.
Be very enthusiastic.
Be interested. Okay. There's very important golden rule. Golden rule. You want to hear the golden rule?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Say Bing return. BIO. I can't see Shruti much out here. Shruti is like, okay, yeah, BIO. Good. Bring it up. So most important thing is, don't be interesting. What did I say? Don't be interesting. Be interested.
So, okay.
Don't be interesting, be interested. Many people, wear those beautiful jackets, wear all that tam jam karke, they go there. I'm not saying dress shabbily. I'm saying more important is be interested. Solve the problem. Do you want another golden rule? Very
Yes, sir.
important. Okay, Ankita, I want you to write this because I want a picture of it because I sometimes forget. If you want to win the deal, if I want to win the deal, so important. I ask the customer, solve the problem or help him achieve the goal. Solve the problem or help him or her achieve the goal. Again, I say, 1, don't be interesting, be interested. 2, solve the problem or help him achieve the goal. If you can solve the problem of the customer, don't say, hey, I have this, I have this, I have that, I have that. Just understand what the problem is. Solve the problem. Selling is easy. There's nothing new about it. There's nothing rocket science behind it. Selling is very easy. Solve the problem or help him achieve the goal. What is the goal that he has? If I, as a sales guy, I have a marketing guy, help him achieve the goal, deal done. I just go to the customer and I say, hey, I'm going to help you double your income in 6 months' time. What is it? It's a brand promise. Okay, third thing that you need to know, very important. Okay, very, very important. What are you known for? And what do you stand for?
Could you clear that point up a little?
Yes. Pizza Hut, what is it known for?
Pizzas.
Pizzas. And what does it stand for? 30 minutes of free. Oh, Domino's ka hai na, 30 minutes of free.
Quality, something like that.
That is what do you stand for? What is your brand promise, Rachna?
Whose brand promise? My brand promise?
Your company's brand promise. What do you promise? What do you stand for? Hey, I am a personal development coach. And what I give to you is this.
Right. So my brand promise is be the infinite self.
That's it. So what is a brand promise that is so important? So what are you known for? You are a personal development coach. And what I deliver to you, being the infinite self is good, but fine tune it more. I like it. I like it being emphasized, but fine tune it more. Fine tune it more. Infinite self, thoda sa, I think it needs more clarity. रखो इसको, but इसके साथ और एक रखो, मुझे लगता है.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it should be more tangible. थोड़ा सा और tangible अगर करते हैं ना, because infinite, where do I land? What do I do? थोड़ा सोचो इसके बारे. I don't know. Maybe it could be good, but think about what are you known for? What do you stand for? I deliver pizza and I kind of, this is what it is. Hey, my name is Neeraj Singh Rathore. I'm a sales coach. And if you join my company or if you join my product, which is Sales Growth Mastery, what I'm going to do is I'll make sure that I double your income in 6 months' time, condition apply. Simple. This is what I stand for. Else, I give you the money back. If I'm not able to give you the results that I promised to you, I will give you the money back. As simple as that. Ankita, you raised your hand. You had a question.
No, sir. No, sir. It's
Okay,
just by mistake.
Okay, so you unwoke it.
Sorry.
That's fine. Make sense?
Yes.
So again, coming back, when you are doing a persuasion influencing, be sharp. Second one is what? Be enthusiastic. What is the third one? I'm going to write it down. Be sharp. Be enthusiastic.
Don't be interesting, be interested.
No, that's not that is part of it, right? This third thing is you need to be an expert in your field.
Okay.
The three things that will help that person achieve certainty. The three things will help you close the deal. There is nothing called sales. There is nothing called sales. It is helping that person understand or meet his expectation. That's it. Guys, others can go mute because I can hear an echo. Okay. So I think it's 1 hour, and as promised, this is what it is. Okay. Now I want from each of you, what has been the two, don't give me that stop being interested, वो सब तो मैं ही बता तुमको, right? That is not what I'm looking for. Okay, don't just repeat terms like a class. I want to, what was your breakthrough moment in this? Okay, maybe Rachna, you can start with that so that they also know what to speak. What has been your breakthrough moment, and what is the action you're going to take till we meet next week? That Neeraj, this is the action I'm going to take based on what you have told so far. This is what I'm going to do. Okay, so one, what has been 1 or 2 breakthrough moments for you, saying whatever you discussed, this was one thing that I think it was very interesting. And 2, what are the action you're going to take
It
from
was
now?
how,
Sorry?
can you all hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So the thing which was interesting was when I began sharing of what kind of a product I have, and I took you through that, when you took me through that 7-step journey, I think that was the 7th step, where I talk about my value proposition, my customers and everything. And I think I lacked the clarity of what it would be worth in the cost.
Okay, good.
So
Fantastic.
that was the time when I discovered what it was worth in the cost.
Got it.
Right? So that was one. The second part is my breakthrough moment would be infinite self sounds good, right? But it needs, so infinite. So in another way, if I say infinite needs some kind of a finite outcome.
Yes. Infinite becomes like, किधर कौन infinite किधर रुक रहा है? मतलब infinite is like great. I
जब वो
can understand.
infinite बोलते हैं ना, तो ऊपर में वो infinity का sign चलते हुए नजर आ जाता है बस.
Very nice. हाँ, तो वो भी सोचता है, but it is nice. I like it. Rachna, I really like it. But just that, थोड़ा सा और tangible इसको करेंगे ना कि this is what it is, right? So what are the results that you have provided so far? Like,
that just makes me a bulb on moment, and it can be right or it can be wrong when I just said this. So be the infinite self with the finite inside you, or something.
Yeah, could be something like that. That's what I'm asking you, Rachna. The question that is very clear is, the sessions that you have done so far, what results have they achieved so far? Like, who did you upwork? So if I'm like an entrepreneur comes to you, what is the result that he achieved? If it's a career guy comes to you, a job guy, what is the result that he achieved? If a college kid comes to you, what is the result? Based on the results, maybe that is where this, the brand promise lies. Think about it. What is the result that you have made them achieve?
So
maybe
I have
more confidence, more clarity in terms of what they do, maybe much more productive in what they do, right? Better stress, they can handle the stress. It's all about, finally, if all of that is taken care, definitely, we all know, both of us know how mental, physical, spiritual, these three actually manifest to the, mental, emotional, spiritual, lead to the physical part of a person. Whatever you're going through is because of your mental habits, your emotional habits, and your spiritual habits, right?
Yes.
So how can you then relate to make sure that, hey, if you work on these three, which I'm going to help you, you definitely will be able to be a better in terms of your productivity. And if the productivity increases, whatever you do increases. Maybe it's a business, maybe a job, whatever you're trying to do. There's something to, tie all them together.
Okay, so earlier when I had launched Ignite Hives, my brand promise was workshop your career.
Workshop your career, okay. But is that a brand promise, or is it like what do you do? This is I do workshop your career.
Yeah. So I help you.
That is what you stand for.
Yeah,
that is what you're known for. Sorry, that is what you're known for. What do you stand for? Workshop your career would help me in what way?
To help you live a better life, manage your financial outcomes.
Good. That's
manage your life goals. Basically, if you are financially sorted, you are 90% sorted.
If I want to give it in 2 lines, what can I say? That is what you have to think about. Think about it. Next session, maybe we can come back and say, hey, we can do that. Right. So maybe I can give you some more examples of the brand promise that companies have. Basically, life coaches. What are the different brand promises? I'll take that as a note, and then I'm going to come back to you. So maybe we can debate in that.
Right.
Yeah. Good. So what else? Rachna, what are you going to do now in this next 1 week? Because I don't want this session to just be a GAN session. It's an action time session.
My next 1 week is going to be involved with 2 things: putting my sales page through a marketing testing space.
Lovely.
So that is one. The
And how many
second
people?
is
How many people? No. Give me tangible. How many people
So-
is going to go through?
I am. So 5 people are already going through it.
Lovely.
Okay.
Mm.
So I would be having their testimonials and
Mm.
everything already
Mm.
by then.
Mm.
And the sales funnel, I'm targeting first 50 customers, I think.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
I think that would be my first initial target for this month.
Think about a cheat sheet. That is a beautiful thing. You're not giving a book, but you're giving a cheat sheet for free. Your numbers would increase. Hey, increase what is it in terms of peak productivity? Do you want to increase your peak per day? 5 steps to peak productivity,
Okay.
right?
I'm giving a lot of cheat sheets into my community. So
No. So no, it's on the Facebook page. I want to see that on your Facebook page, on your Insta page, on your LinkedIn page. People should click on it, and when they click it, it should come to your landing page.
Okay.
When can I see that happening?
By this weekend.
Date.
This weekend is what?
Date.
Today is already 3rd, right?
Yeah.
Tomorrow you will be already 3rd.
Hmm.
By 7th, I can have you.
7th, okay. So Ankita is one who's going to take notes. In the 7th, she's going to come and check. Before you start, you're going to check.
Yeah.
Rachna, आपकी
Yes,
पूरी
sir.
process end-to-end start है. What I'm saying is, put the cheat sheet. Somebody clicks it. Landing page opens. In the landing page, I'm going to give you your name and number. Once the landing page opens, the next step is your masterclass, where they're going to talk about your product. And then from the masterclass, at the end, I'm going to say, do you want to book an appointment with Rachna? And it should come to you.
Okay. Absolutely.
That's it. Simple steps to come to your system. Okay. So by 7th, we're going to have it, right? I'm just writing a 7th July. Okay. Rachna. Yes. Akshay, you can unmute your mic and tell us what was that breakthrough moment for you. Don't say interesting, interested. वो सब सबको पता है. वो मुझे भी पता है. वो पता है.
So cold calling techniques, which you said.
Okay.
Cold calling techniques, and by this week I will be.
No. What in that cold calling technique did you learn? What was that one thing that you learned?
So handling rejections, like how to handle the rejections, which you have said, and plus be patient, and also be a good listener instead of being talkative. So that plays a major role in a sale.
Especially for
and also by this weekend.
Just to interrupt. Especially for the freshers and all, they feel that sales is communication. They're just going and talking about yourself. That's not what.
So that was what I was feeling before that. When I was feeling, but I've changed now, as you said.
Good. That's a good learning. Lovely.
So, and by this weekend, I will be doing the cold calling. I will be starting my cold calling, and I will be providing the results to you by this weekend.
Okay, great, perfect, nice. Welcome aboard. Yes, Ankita.
Yes, sir.
What was your
when
learning?
you illustrated that zigzag thing, so the journey of zigzag which ends to yes.
Oh, lovely.
In case of sales. So yeah, that I could very well relate to it because
that's what I said. I told you, Ankita, when you started this journey, I said, hey, this journey is a learning, right? अगर destination मिल जाए, अगर आपको वो 5 client महीने का मिल जाए ना, तो फिर मजा नहीं है. I always say, Rachna will understand. Me and Rachna, we're going through a journey. The journey of learning, the journey of getting customers, the journey of telling customers. It's so important to go through all this. You need to go through a journey. And the best part is enjoy the journey. If you're not enjoying what you're doing, a lot of coaches, trainers, people who are working, they just want to destination. मेरे को 5 clients चाहिए. But we are going through this struggle. You know how it is, right? Ask Rachna. She's been working on this day in and day out. And that's why, you create something, you dismantle it. She's created. Rachna, how many websites have you created so far? How many times?
10 times.
So understand. A lot of people say, itna changes. But this is what it is. You go to the customer, you do a nice analysis, you find it's not working, boom, come back, create a change. You do a cold calling. That's why I said, sir, kitna ba cold calling ka script change karaoge? But when you're going with that script, it's not working. People are not saying yes to your next step. Forget it. Create something. Change the script. Be smart.
Okay, I began my career as a telecaller sometime back.
Okay, good. Say, hey, you should not be saying that, hey, I don't know how to sell. Come on. I was a technical guy. I was a Java Oracle guy in Infosys, right? I'm a program manager. So from there coming to this, it's like a transformation for me.
Well,
Right?
I should make you happy. I have closed my first client on personal branding already.
Congratulations. Come on. Everybody unmute. Come on. I want everybody to clap. Unmute and clap. Ankita, Hemant, come on. Unmute and clap for her. That's a great thing. Come on. We can't hear. Ankita, we can't hear you. Hemant, we can't hear you.
I started with her with a small project of 25,000 with her.
Good. That's a great
And
thing.
I think it is going to go over 50,000-60,000 bucks.
Fantastic. Good news. Today has been a great day. I don't have Shruti in the call. Shruti is not there. Shruti should be there. She actually closed 3. Shruti is not there. She left. So she closed 3 deals today. So since morning I've been busy closing calls. We closed 3 deals. So it's a fantastic. But the same, we followed a framework. We followed a process. And because of which we are getting results. Superb result. These guys were like, kya ho raha hai, sir? Close nahi ho raha, close nahi. I said, just have patience. Just make 50 calls. Create those meetings. Make 50 calls, create 5 meetings. Make 50 calls, create the 5 meetings. Standard. 55 ka ratio laga ke. See, these people also have to be clear. 55 script. I made them do for 7 days. 8th day, result. That's it. In fact, we have a database, Rachna. We can talk offline, not on this.
We'll talk on later.
We'll talk offline and we'll talk about how you can use them. How you can have a teleconsult system who can use them and convert them. Yeah, because I feel your program is fantastic. Your program in terms of, this how to, change, personality development and all. It's a very nice program and I feel people should take it. Good. Ankita is done. Hemant. And you can unmute your mic and tell me what is the one breakthrough thing that you felt during the entire session and what is the action you want to take? Maybe you can show me a video also.
So I think like sale is actually all about emotional.
Yes, very important. Sale is all about emotional connect. Yes, very true. Good. What else?
Yes. And we should be more, we should be patient. We should be more enthusiastic about our work.
Yes.
Like we should not be dull. मतलब हार नहीं मानना चाहिए.
Correct.
We should work on it.
So when you're going and facing the customer, when you're going and facing, what are the 3 things you should keep in mind? What are 3 things? Number 1?
Sharp.
Yes. What is the second one?
Sharp.
Yeah.
We should be enthusiastic.
Yes. What is the third one?
Hello.
Yeah. What is the third one?
And we should be expert. We should be expert in our.
We didn't talk much about it. Now, suppose talking about Rachna, talk about me as Neeraj Singh Rathore. We all talk about, hey, we are expert in that one field. We're not saying we're going to do this, we're going to do this, we're going to do this. No. A lot of coaches have, आज सुबह, sir, हम तो life master भी करते हैं, हम healing भी करते हैं, हम क्या था उसका? I do counseling also, I do this also, I do that also. I said, boss, what should you be known for? What is the one thing that you should be known for? Tendulkar was known for cricket. Elon Musk is known for taking, rockets to the moon. You should be known for one thing. And this is where the thing, no, whatever comes, I'm going to take. Then nothing is done. Right? So
I think we both have been through that journey of taking whatever.
Obviously, yeah. If you're starting, if you're not clear about your niche, do whatever you want. But after some time, you should actually be very clear about your niche. Clarity in terms of what you want.
I think that there is a basic funda of understanding with children, or like I think with, they say कि मैम आज के डेट में सबका फंडा है कि मैम मेरा पैशन नहीं है, मुझे पता नहीं है, ये करना नहीं है. So even before they have actually jumped into the swimming pool, they decide that they don't want to swim.
Yeah, they want everything to be easy.
It is basically, and only once you decide to jump into the swimming pool, you would understand whether the water is cold, heat, or you can swim or you cannot swim.
Yeah.
Or whether you like it or not. Everything is only going to happen that way.
Yep.
So ये जो अभी जो initially बीच में फंडा आ गया था ना कि if you're not passionate about, don't take this career, don't take that career. I'm a very bad coach in that case.
No. I'm very clear about it. I'm very, very clear. So you see, I always say, hey, if you want something, if you go to a mall, he said, sir, kya kare? I said, see, for some time, I moved to a book author coach because I felt that I want to do a book author. I want people to write the books and leave a legacy for themselves. And then I did it for 6 months. I was not jumping. That brings me to the thing about, Rachna, we've been talking a lot about what
Putting
brings
my
us,
book together.
what, putting a book is there, but what brings us fulfillment? What is the thing that really brings us fulfillment? Nowadays, a lot of people are jumping from one job to another. I've seen my friends, one job, another job, another job, another job. In terms of relationship also, I have people who are like, एक relationship के लिए थोड़ा दिन रहा, फिर दूसरा, फिर तीसरा, फिर चौथा. And they said, what is giving you happiness? Is this what is happiness all about? So what I'm not saying, do not jump. I'm not saying, hey, if you're not happy somewhere, do not move. But कुछ दिन के लिए वहाँ रहो. If you're doing something, go there, understand. Because again, the very famous thing that I always say, hey, हम जीतते हैं या सीखते हैं, हारते कभी नहीं. Come on, guys. This is for you.
I get it.
हम
And this
जीतते
is
हैं,
so
सीखते हैं, हम हारते कभी नहीं. We win or we learn. We never lose. Everything is a learning. Everything that we do is a learning. So if you are learning something out of this, you may go into something. You may do, as Rachna says, hey, you may do that, but that will give you a lot of learning. And you will know what to do next and how to be improving in the next game. Yeah, I think, we have overshot that 1 hour, 15 minutes. So yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much, all of you. Akshay, Ankita, Hemant, Rachna, especially you, left
Welcome, sir.
came into this course. I hope it's been useful. And I wish the sales...
It better be, otherwise you're going to be my sales guy.
See, the sales perspective has changed. That's what I can tell you. That thing that, hey, sales kya hai? That I think that perspective has changed for you. It's simple. You just have to create your system and framework so that there's pull sales rather than push sales. Once you create that pull sales, let them people come to you. And then you just have to tell them about the problem that you're solving, the outcome that you're going to give, and the price that you're going to give. If they like it, they'll be with you. If they're not like, they'll move off. All good. So Dan, next time we're going to talk about NLP, how NLP is going to help us. Okay. So this is, be ready, be clear. And Rachna, whatever you've written, we're going to talk about on the 7th July. I want to see the entire process.
Absolutely on the 7th.
Yeah. All good. All good. Thank you so much. Have a great night. Catch you up again next week.
Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good night, sir.
Good night.